If there's one thing everyone aspires to, the one goal we all have in common, it's to become a tree, dude, because nobody messes with a tree. Hey, listen, man, I want to be a tree. They're old, they're wise, they're made of wood, just like your dad, dude. Treebeard, gracious host, lets you live that dream. Let's talk about some ways to build this fascinating commander in the budget way, and some includes that you can slot in there. But first, stick your finger right up the subscribe button, dude, right up knuckle deep, and right into that old like button so old Nicky G can afford a sandwich today. I appreciate all the love and also all the seething hatred everybody sends my way. Treebeard, gracious host, 2 green and a white for a legendary creature, Trifle, with Trample, Ward 2, it's a 0/5. When this guy enters the battlefield, you create 2 food tokens. Whenever you gain life, put that many +1/+1 counters on target halfling or tree folk. Look at this ultimate Chad master. You may not like it, but this is what peak tree performance looks like, brother. He's carrying his bros, and that's true masculinity. So you immediately get 2 food tokens, and that's important. It starts a cascade of life gain that makes Treebeard a potent threat. The Trample is great because we're growing this thing so fast that we'll be banging in for lots of evasive damage. This is kind of a hidden Voltron deck, dude. This guy is ending games and protecting himself. Ward 2 is not hexproof by any stretch, but it's going to get us through the early turns where an unfortunate swords or path will cost our opponents an entire turn to get rid of it. Life gain is exceedingly cheap as well, so we can use cards that are kind of doo-doo to literally crush our opponents with vegetable matter. We want this deck to be interactive, so we're holding up mana for a lot of our turns. Our curve tops out at about 6 mana. This is a lower to the ground deck, uses cards like Intervention Pact. So this is an instant 0 casting cost. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. You gain life equal to the damage prevented this way. So somebody swangs in with you for a big 6/6 or something, you gain 6 life, and all of a sudden Treebeard's a big monster. At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 1 and 2 white. If you don't, you lose the game, so you gotta pay that, brother. Awe Strike, very similar card. You're holding this up for crackback and nuisance attacks, dude. Somebody swings in for a lot of damage, you can eat that up and grow your commander. Alright, let's talk about Vigorous Charge real quick. So this is 1 green for an instant, has a kicker for 1 white. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. Whenever that creature deals combat damage this turn, if this spell was kicked, you gain life equal to that damage. So listen, you can target your friends attacking 9/9, and it doesn't have to hit a player, it can get blocked or whatever. This isn't lifelink, so you cast it on Treebeard and he has lifelink for some reason, you get to double dip on that life gain, and that's awesome, but you don't have to target your own creature. Very tricky card that can be used defensively as well. Alright, let's highlight this card real quick because it's one of the best cards in the deck. Predator's Rapport, 2 and a green for an instant. Choose target creature you control, you gain life equal to that creature's power plus its toughness. Say Treebeard is a modest 6/11, you've only sacrificed 2 foods at this point, right? Well, now it's a knockout blow, brother, punching an opponent right in the nerds. It's just a young Carol basking out there with her favorite little tiger dude before she got married. Alright, cool, man, we have lots of little tricks, right? But we need removal. In addition to the usual suspects, Sword, Path, Generous Gift, Beast Within, how about Fracturing Gust? It's got 2 and 3 hybrid green-white, dude. For an instant, destroy all artifacts and enchantments, you gain 2 life for each permanent destroyed this way. Depending on what's on board, this can get us a ton of life, and it's an instant speed removal option. And you got Divine Offering, you got Serene Offering, both solid removal options for problem permanents. Your buddy's got some kind of massive artifact out there, just kill it, brother, gain some life. Alright, so let's talk about some bigger, massive life gain spells that we want. We want to do it at instant speed if possible, too. Somebody's like, alright, I'm not going to block Treebeard, I'll let him through. And then all of a sudden, you're gaining a bunch of life with this crazy Hermit in the Woods, dude. You got Sheltering Word, you got Soul's Grace. These are interesting cards that capitalize on us growing our commander and can be massive life gain spells. Look at these guys, dude. They're just out there eating some tuna in the middle of the woods. That's a beautiful thing, brother. You got Feed the Clan. 1 and a green for an instant, you gain 5 life, but you have Ferocious, dude. You gain 10 life instead if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. So that's going to be your Treebeard, brother. Get him up to power 4 or greater, cast this. It's a knockout blow, buddy. Oh man, how about Congregate? 3 and a white for an instant. Target player gains 2 life for each creature on the battlefield. I'm going to target myself, dude. Well, how many creatures are out there? You know, 4 or 5 at this point in the game, so that's 10 life or whatever. And if someone has a giant token board state, then we're golden, dude. Listen, I want to be invited to this congregation, alright? Because those angels are up there cooking something good. War Report, you got these guys all gathering information for old Joe Biden up there, dude. It's 3 and a white for an instant. You gain life equal to the number of creatures on the battlefield plus the number of artifacts on the battlefield. Well, you got some creeps up on a hill, dude, gaining life and doing all kinds of buffoonery out there. Alright, let's talk creatures for a minute. You gotta support Treebeard with a little suite of creatures, and first of all you have the Wind Cat, dude. There's the Wind Cat. Everybody hates Wind Cat. He hates himself, honestly. He looks proud, but really he's a little insecure inside. He feels bad about being a Wind Cat. He wishes he was just a regular cat. We also have some enablers for growing our commander. We have the Children of Corliss, dude. Corliss out there having all kinds of unsanctioned children. 1 white mana for a creature, human rebel cleric. It's a 1/1. Sacrifice it, you gain life equal to the life you've lost this turn. Damage causes loss of life. This can be tough to get by. The children just get you whatever life you lost back. So why the heck is Spammy Sue over there going to attack you? She's not going to attack you. You're just going to gain life, grow your commander. I don't know, dude. This is more of a psychological play. Then you have the old Allenbach Escort. 1 white mana for a creature, human cleric. It's a 1/1 with vigilance. You can sacrifice some target creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it, gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. And she says, stay in the light, okay? I don't know what lurks in those shadows. And I'd like to keep it that way. So we swang in with a 6/11 Treebeard, and suddenly it's a 12/17 for your next turn. It's pretty rad. It's like I always say, dude, if you're going to hire an escort, hire an Allenbach Escort. So then we're going to slot in Sam and his dad, the Gaffer. These are life gain enablers and payoffs for really cheap in this deck. Right now they're only a couple dollars. I don't think they'll go up either. Sam in particular is fantastic, dude. Because your guy makes food, so you get this guy out there. He's making foods, and then he's making the foods cheaper to do all the stuff with. It's fantastic. I mean, we want to be attacking in the air, dude. How about some efficient angels like Lyra Dawnbringer? She's been printed into the absolute dirt right now. And Baneslayer Angel, you can get both of these for about $2. They're just beaters, gain us 5 or so life a turn. Don't forget, first strike damage happens first, so these two will gain us life, triggering our commander, then he's even bigger when regular damage happens later. So this is kind of a Voltron light list, so you can pack in some equipment, dude. You got Basilisk Collar out there, you got Batterskull. Imagine Treebeard swinging in with a giant Batterskull, dude. These can get our commander and give him lifelink so we can get big and get in there, dude. Oh, and one last card I wanted to highlight that nobody's probably ever heard of before, but I love this card in a bunch of decks. You got the Lone Rider. It's 1 and a white for a creature, human knight. It's a 1/1 with first strike and lifelink. At the beginning of the end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, transform Lone Rider. So when you sacrifice your foods, dude, you're transforming 3 or more life. So this guy transforms into It That Rides as 1. It's creature Eldrazi Horror. It's a 4/4 with first strike, trample, and lifelink. Listen, man, I love this guy. I know it's not set in the CEDH world on fire or anything, but it's always been a pet card of mine. Look at this guy. He's just melding with his horse, dude. It's beautiful in its own way. I love the Lovecraftian aesthetic from this set, and this card is emblematic of that. And in this deck, it works great. So I had a lot of fun building this deck and playtesting it. It playtests pretty awesome. It's pretty good for $60. It's a budget deck, dude. This isn't rocket science. You gain life and slap in for 20 some odd damage. That's the game, brother. But it's a tree, so that's fun too. And you get to use some old crappy life gain cards that don't normally see play. You gotta dig through some bulk boxes to find some of these old cards. So check out the deck list, dude. I'm gonna put it in the description, don't worry. It's fun, it's able to react to a variety of threats. Could use a bit more smaller instances of draw, but I'll have to look into that, dude. Anyways, like and subscribe, alright, dude? I'm begging you out here. I need some subscribers. It's the only way my blood keeps pumping through my veins, dude. I like to watch the numbers go up, you know? Anyways, this is Nicky G from Better Commander. With love, signing off.